Hi guys, just Cindy here, and tonight we are going to be unboxing Boxycharm. My favorite box, I think. Like I've said, Face Tree is a close second. And this is try-on style, but there wasn't a lot to try on. You'll see, but I used everything that I could, put it that way. But just in case you want to know, this is the palette that I used tonight. The Solstice palette from, you can get it on the Hush app by Bad Habit, and it's supposedly a dupe for, I don't know which one, but it is one of the Natasha Denona palettes. So, and I think it's like $12. So compared to the price of her palettes, awesome, and I love it. We're gonna be talking about Boxycharm, so let's get into this. Start off with the one thing for sure I won't be using, and I didn't like, and the only reason I didn't like it is because it's another black kohl eyeliner. I don't use black eyeliners, so I lost my card. I don't know where, or it didn't come with it. I'm not sure which. So I'm going to have to link the price of these items below. I know this was somewhere like $18 or $20 eyeshadow pencil, and I'm putting it the wrong way. So, and it's from Vintage. The products that I've tried from them, I've tried them in Boxycharms, and I love them. That was actually the first highlighter I ever got and fell in love. So I'll be going to some lucky person when I do a giveaway. It'll probably be one of the things I throw in. Maybe this month's, who knows, have so many of them. I'm not gonna overload one person with black eyeliners, but I haven't gotten any comments to the effect that you would want a black eyeliner. So just in case you do win, do please comment if you would like a black eyeliner, because if not, I'll just wait and I'll donate it to like a women's shelter. You know, I'll take a lot of my, you know, extra creams and stuff, whatever, some extra stuff that I have down to a women's shelter here, because I know they can use it. Trying to get back into the workplace is really tough when you have nothing, you know. So anyhow, next we got 3 crown brushes, and I did utilize 2 of these in my look. I did use this, sorry, let me put this one down. I used this flat eyeshadow brush, and it's a little dirty. I did clean it, and I forgot to clean this one, as you'll see, but this I would consider, I used it for contouring my, I used it for contouring my nose, and I kind of did like a little circle there. It worked perfect. So yeah, I have some other specific, the flat contour brushes. I have several things you can use for contouring. There's so much you can use, but it's a perfect, I'm not going to put it on my cheek here because I have highlighter on it, and that has bronzer. But you know, it would be perfect for here and all up around and down, and even here. So if I happen to get another one or see a brush this size, this is great. And I don't want to make people mad, but these really remind me of, I have a lot of Wet n Wild brushes that I pick up at the dollar store. Tip, if you're at Dollar Tree specifically, look in the makeup aisle. I know some people don't want to use makeup from there, and I understand that. If you do not want to, but they have brushes. I find brushes there all the time, Wet n Wild and Elf. I haven't found any other brands. I'll let you know if I do, but I always pick up, you know, several, especially eyeshadow brushes. And Wet n Wild, I actually got sent from a fellow YouTuber, friend of mine, who I don't have her permission to say her name, so I won't. But I want to get her, like her very first giveaway, and she sent me a Wet n Wild blush brush, and you know, I'm not a brush snob. I love brushes. I don't care what name it has on it, as long as it feels good on my face, it works, it doesn't shed, things like that. I still have that brush. I bought another one when I found it at the dollar store. I was so excited because I mean they're not super expensive brushes, but you know, $1 versus, you know, I don't know how much it is on the website. You know, probably between $3 and $5 for a blush brush, and it's a really great blush brush. I really like it, and it's your kind of your typical angled blush brush. Actually, I have it right here. Well, this isn't it. This is the clean one. Well, this could be it because they got mixed. You know, they could have got mixed up when I washed them, but my other one isn't clean. Anyways, and then we got I would call this a facial brush, but you could certainly use this for, it seems to almost have a bit of an angle, so you could definitely use this for contouring, blush, you know. I've heard many people say you know, use a brush for what you want to use it for, and I've heard the opposite. And you know, it took me a little while kind of watching YouTube and relearning makeup the way that I knew how to put it on from the 80s and 90s. Use a brush however you wish to use it. So next we have the Pure, how do they actually call this? It's the Exfo Lips Plumping Lip Exfoliator. And mine's all just, it's all messed up. I used it, I actually loved it. It's literally a lip scrub in a pencil form, and it's awesome. It did start melting, of course, when I was getting in there. It was actually very hard at first. And I have a lip exfoliator that looks like a lipstick from, I think, Wet n Wild. That's right. Oh, I think it's Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild, Elf, or NYX. So we'll just, it's one of them, and it's grapefruit, and I love it, but it stays hard. So it doesn't like break down, but does moisturize your lips, which this does as well. It's like you're getting a scrub, and then I just left it on while I was putting on my makeup, and it pretty much soaked in, and then it seems to be a sugar scrub because it was sweet. So great. The sugar, I just had to put on a little bit of water to kind of make sure when I started really getting into putting all my makeup on that it didn't cause some mess up of my makeup. Anyways, so the next thing we received is Cover FX. It is is it Shimmering Veil, I believe? Yeah, Shimmer Veil. And it looks to be a pink color. It is what I have on my eyelids, and it went on very nice. I love it. We'll use it again and again. But it has like a sort of lilac, like very light purple lilac shift to it. So it's very, very pretty. Very, very unicorn. Mermaid, really, kind of, I don't know, either one. And then this, this is a blush from Ofra. This is a pan blush from Ofra, and I am unsure of what the color is. I have looked high and low, and I don't know whether I had it or not, or if the color was on the card. And I can't find the card, so I don't know whether I did or didn't get it. But it's basically sort of a kind of a rose, deep mauve, but not dark or overpowering. At first I thought it might be a little dark for me, which I know that you can make a lot of blushes work, not all, if you're fair, if you go in with a light hand. So I went in with a light hand at first, and then no, I just put it on, you know, I realized it wasn't, you know, laying down enough product, so I just, you know, went in full, and it went on beautifully, went on smoothly, you know, everything that you would want it to be and expect from Ofra, it did. So, and anyone who got that, got the blush, also received this, oh, I'm about to lose the box. This Ofra, which I'll take it out of the plastic. This Ofra, I'm just throwing it down. Anybody who received the blush received this Ofra Z palette. So it's not, I don't see Z palette on it anywhere, but you know, it's a magnetic Ofra palette, just in case Z palette season gets upset and it's not made by them. But it's a magnetic palette. But the cool thing is it opens like this. I was a little disappointed because the variation was either this with the blush or a Naked Cosmetics set of like 6 highlighters that I'd not ever seen before, and they were quite beautiful. But it didn't seem like, I haven't seen many people who actually, I've seen no one who's received that. So they must have only had a few, and you know, hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. This will inspire me to just buy some more pan eyeshadows. I have a few, I have a Z palette that I actually got from Boxycharm that's a little smaller. And then I also have the Color Pop large one when they came out with that I could fit a few more shadows in. So, hey, I'm probably gonna be buying some shadows. Gotta fill this up. It can't just sit there empty. What in the world? So, I believe that is it. It kind of sucks that I don't have my card, so I'll just, you know, I'll try to see if I can find, and I'm sure I can find the price of the products, you know, online somewhere, and not from their website, like, you know, hopefully Boxycharm, hopefully I can, in my account, it'll tell me, or, though it doesn't usually normally anymore. I'll figure it out though, and I will, if you don't see them below, I couldn't find the prices, but most likely I'll be able to find some sort of a price. But I know I've seen a few unboxings, and this is well over $100 as promised. Boxycharm has just been getting better and better. Even if you get a variation and you're a little disappointed, I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad. It's not like I won't use these things. This blush is beautiful. This palette is, you know, this palette is awesome, you know, so it's an awesome thing to have. It's just that, like a little child, that's not what I wanted at the moment. But in a month or so, maybe less than that, I will have forgotten all about it and be like, oh yeah, I need to fill that thing up because eyeshadows are on sale at, you know, wherever, fill in the blank. So, you know, it's a good thing to have. And then again, the Cover FX Shimmering Veil, which this I believe was somewhere around $28. It could be wrong. You know, it's fairly, Cover FX is not a cheap brand, and it's a good brand. And it feels very light and nice on the eyes. So, yeah, loving that. And this, so, you know, this proves right here what I talked about, because you got the palette and the blush. And you know, I'm sure this is probably around $10 or so. If I had to guess, might be more. So, you know, with that palette, that's worth more money, and they may not even give that a value. I'm not sure, since I don't have my card. But we technically got 6 items. We got the palette, we got the blush, we got the brushes, we got the Shimmer Veil, we got the Pure, basically lip scrub, and then we got the vintage, you know, eyeliner. So, this is 6 full-size items. All of them are full size, and there's 6 of them. And even if you wanted to count this, that would be, what, 8? Because those are full-size brushes. I mean, you know, it's a great value. If you do not subscribe to Boxycharm and you are on the fence about it, subscribe. You know, if they have a waiting list, because I know I see a little bit of that sometimes, that people are frustrated about being on the waiting list. I'm not sure what that's all about. When I got in, probably just in time. I've been with them about 1.5 years, and their boxes were great. I thought they were incredible, but they really stepped their game in the sense of they're working more with high-end brands. You know, they usually there were a lot of eyeshadow palettes and things like that back then, but probably more like eyeshadow palettes that definitely I'd not heard the name of them. They probably are eyeshadow palettes that maybe now I would be familiar with the name, because they might be ones like maybe you get from Hush, something like that, which nothing wrong with that, because Lord knows I love Hush. I love a dupe. But I don't think they were really dupe palettes. They were just, you know, I don't know. I don't know how the whole thing works. But anyways, so if you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe, you're on the fence, you're worried about it, subscribe. You can cancel, you know, if you want to. Now, I'm going to say, because of an issue I have going on with another box of mine, especially since with Boxycharm, if you got a 12-month subscription, 6 months, I don't know if they offer 3 months, but if they do, you're going to pay for that ahead of time. I would check the cancellation policy. Look into what you're signing up for. But I do month to month. That's, you know, that's the way I can afford it. So, plus it also gives me the opportunity for sure to cancel. If for some reason I were to get frustrated with them. But as long as they keep doing what they're doing, you got me. You know, and a lot of other people. So, anyhow, Boxycharm. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. I love you. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. So, subscribe, thumbs up. Have a great night, and I love you. Talk to y'all soon.